Good afternoon, everyone. This is Cindy Luby, and it's time for another session of quick and easy cards. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. I went out and played some golf. We're having technical difficulties because the mute is at the top if you want. All right. Elaine's got to work out my computer. It's okay. We got it. It's not a big deal. It's right up here.
Oh,
Dingo.
there you go.
All right. Well, this is a Monday. What can I say?
It's a Monday.
These things happen on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Computers. My computer is different than her computer, so and vice versa. We have one's a Mac and one's a PC. Two different worlds. Well, hello, Dolly. How are you? And Marty. So, all right. Well, let me get my thoughts back together here. Rewind. No, we can keep going. All right. Well, I absolutely love Welcoming Window. I had my reservations about this stamp set when I first started because I thought, oh gosh, how am I going to do something with just a window? And what am I going to do with that? And so once I got started with this, oh boy, I had too much fun. I had to put the stamp set down because I had to fix dinner. So let me go through this and explain a couple of things about Welcoming Window Bundle. These are all the wonderful stamps that you get on this. You've got your windows, you've got different pots to use, shutters, bricks, and I'm going to show you how to do this today. We've got different flowers, you've got wonderful sentiments. This is a shelf that you can put on, all sorts of different things that you can do with this. And then to add to this wonderful set, we have all of these great dies. So you actually have this window, so it'll be a little bit different than the one you stamp that you can cut out with your die. You've got shutters, and I don't know if you can see this, but it actually has a wood grain to it when you actually do the cutout. So you actually get that texture on your cutouts for your dies. You have these little brackets that you can put on your shutters, so that would be fun to do that. You have these pieces that you could actually use also. This piece I actually thought about, you could actually do this as a cutout to your card and then put your window inside of your card here because it's the same shape. Isn't that cute? You've got your ledge here that you can do your shelf that for your flowers. You actually have this piece also that you can use, which really does kind of match your die. The stamp and the die they actually match each other. And then the same thing with your stamp here and this stamp. So you can actually do a stamp and a cutout, or you could just stamp it yourself onto the card. You have this pitcher here. This is cute, this water pitcher, and different size pots. And these are your cutouts for your two different kinds of flowers, which you've got these two flowers here that you can do a cutout. Now, I'm gonna reveal all the things that I do as some of you might be new to stamping, and some of you, these are just tips and tricks that I use in order to create when I get a brand new stamp set. So let me show you my secret here. So what I do when I get a brand new stamp set and I'm not even sure exactly what I'm going to do or how I'm going to use it is I just start playing. That's all there is to this. I take out these pieces and I start stamping them to see what they're going to look like. I stamped the bricks. I played around with some colors. I played around with how to do the flowers. This is what not to do. This is a little willy wonker there. But, because you had to really figure out which flower went with which of the leaves. So that was something that I had to play around with. And which way did the leaves go? Did they go down this way or did they go up? So there were lots of things to figure out. And yeah, you could go and watch a video and let somebody else figure it out for you. But I wanted to play around with it because I thought it would be kind of fun. And it gave me better ideas of how I could make a card once I played around with some of these things. So that's just a little tip and trick I do. I always kind of play around with things. I play around with colors to see what they really look like because you don't want to get in the middle of your card and making it and all of a sudden you go, well, I didn't like that color, and you have to start over again. Who wants to do that? So much better just to stamp on this, and it's just a cheap piece of cardstock that I use that you can buy at Walmart. I keep some of that on hand so I don't waste my good paper. And then that way you always have something that you can play with. So there is my tip and trick for today. That's all you're getting. All right. No, I'm just kidding. It's time to make a card. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the example of the card that I'm going to do today. Isn't this just a beautiful card? So I told you I'm going to show you how to do the bricks. This is nothing but stamping. There are a few pieces that I cut out, which are the pots, and I cut out the flowers and the pitcher, and then I did this little shelf. All the rest of this on the background is just nothing but stamping. So isn't that just pretty? I just love this card. So I decided to choose, I'm going to keep this here, but I decided to choose a few different colors. And just to give you an idea, this is Rococo Rose. And then I did, let me think. On the brown colors, I did more of the, I'm trying to think, what color did I use? Oh, I did Sierra Sand. And then this is Cinnamon Cider. So just to give you an idea of the different colors that I use. That Rococo Rose, that one kind of surprised me on how pretty that was with the bricks. But I'm going to use terracotta tile today. We're going to do something a little different on that. I'm going to make it a little bit more vibrant colors because I decided on this one I wanted more of the soft, but this one I'm going to do a little bit more of the vibrant colors. And then the way I get this one started is, as you can see, this is nothing but stamping. So on this I decided, because my row, I had 3 bricks, and that's how the stamp is. There's 3 bricks here, that I was going to go ahead and do the top part of my card. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 is the what I cut my basic white with. Move this out of the way. And to get this one started, I'm going to go ahead and kind of get it, like I said, I always do a little stamping so I can kind of see what it's going to look like. And on this one, I'm going to do a little technique where I'm going to do a little bit of stamping, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping off. So I get, because you know bricks, they're not all evenly colored. They're not all exactly the same, especially when they become a little older. Maybe they have a little paint on them, a little weathering to them. You know, bricks are not perfect anyway. So on this, I'm going to go ahead and start this. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and get my first row done. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And then I'm going to stamp off. And I'm just going to go across. Now, you don't always have to do a complete stamp off to get different colors. See, that's a little bit lighter. And then you can come back and do something darker again. So you can get different shades of your stamp by just tapping on it or completely doing a press down on your scrap piece of paper. So now that I've got my first row done, and I'm going to get this straight, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my window. That way I can work around, meaning that my window is going to be in the center of my card, and then that way I can work around this with my bricks, and then I don't have to worry about having my bricks in the window. That would be unique. All right, so here's... Oh, yes, we don't want that. No broken. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my window. And you can measure this if you wanted to, but you know, this is more of a card that I just wanted to do. Just kind of put it in the middle and eyeball it and get it kind of snugged up against the bricks a little bit. There you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my shutters, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm using crumb cake this time for my window and my shutters. And I'm going to go ahead and just a little bit of spacing on where the shutter is next to the window. It doesn't have to have a big space to it, just a little bit. And again, it's supposed to have that rustic look. So you don't want everything to be perfect on this. So, all right, now I've got my window on there. So now I had to come up with, okay, how am I going to get the rest of my bricks around the side without getting my bricks in on the shutters or in my window? Okay, there was a challenge. Well, guess what? Great tool. So expensive. I don't know. How much does this cost? It's probably half a penny.
Probably.
Quarter of a penny. Post-it note. Definitely a crafter's must-have tool. And what I did on this is I went ahead and chose, well, let's go ahead and do the right side first. So I'm going to go ahead and put this across my window and down the side. And this is how I'm going to stamp my brick. So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I close. Are you like me? If I have more than one ink out, sometimes I try to ink the wrong one. Oh, I know I do that. So on this, I'm going to go ahead and I can go ahead and stamp my bricks down the side with my Post-it note. So here I'm going to go ahead and stamp off a little bit. And this way, it doesn't really matter on where you are because you don't have to match up everything. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one this way. And I'm going to do this. See? See how you're getting it down the side? And then I can do one more. And I think on this one, I'm going to use my handy dandy little trusty tool here, which is my finger.
Okay. Gotta have those too.
Gotta have those too. And I'm going to go ahead and do that so I have a little bit of the bricks there. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean my bricks off just a little bit. So I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to go ahead and do this on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this one. So again, you don't have to do everything just perfect because you are wanting to just get a little bit of texture on the side there so they know that there were bricks there. All right, now as you can see here, I already did a brick. Well, that's something I didn't make a mistake there, because I'm going to put some bricks all the way across here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and I'm going to go ahead and continue my bricks down. And let's see, do that. Just stamp off there. Just keep doing this. Get a little creative. And don't forget, it doesn't have to butt right up next to the window because I'm going to put a ledge here. So there's going to be a little bit of a shelf where things can sit on. All right, and then we're going to just keep going. See how much fun this is? And you get all these different textures. Whoa, I'm getting a little wild there. And then on the bottom, all you have to do is just worry about these two bricks here on the very top. So you can just get those inked up. And just keep going till you finish it up. Voila, there we go. So now we've got our bricks done. And then what I went ahead to do is that I went ahead and cut out a few things. So here I have my ledge that I'm going to put in here. I actually cut out in, this is in cinnamon cider. And then I did my picture in terracotta tile also. And I went ahead and did my cinnamon cider stamps for my pots, as you can see here. And then I already went and chose my flowers. So on here we have Seaside Spray, we have Magenta Madness, and we have, guess what? Mango Melody. It popped back in again. Never used this color, and all of a sudden, what, the last 4 cards, all I've done, I've used this almost every time. All right, and then Just Jade is going to be my card base. So I'm going to go ahead and put my card base on so I can go ahead and start assembling my card. And where did Elaine put her? Elaine redid her desk, so now I'm trying to find
What are you looking for?
where she did her tape runner. Well,
Side two.
all right, so we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of tape down. I love my Just Jade. I think that's pretty, and I wanted to bring some green color back into that. So, oh, there it is. It's hiding. As soon as she came over here, I saw it. She put it with her dimensionals.
I put it with the adhesives. How much sense does that make?
No, no. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and we're going to go ahead and put a little bit more down since I probably picked that up. And we're going to do, we do have our dimensionals. And the one thing I really love about Stampin' Up's dimensionals is that we have two sizes. We have the mini ones, and then we have the regular size one. And, when they first came out, I thought, oh, I'm never going to use those minis that much. And then all of a sudden we have these cute little dies that are just perfect for our little mini dimensionals. So that's pretty clever way that Stampin' Up did as far as coming up with these cute little dimensionals. A great way to do that without putting it all over your nails. Look, they all stuck to my nails. All right. Now I'm going to make sure the backings are off on that. They should have been since they stuck to my nails. And
Cindy's needing some love, girls.
I need some love. I got all sorts of glitches today. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties, all sorts of things happening. And one of the things that when you're designing too is that these can be moved around. But this is one of the things that I wanted to do is that I wanted to be able to put my flowers here on the edge and put my picture here, and I'm going to put a sentiment in the window. So that way I don't have to cut out something else just to put my sentiment in the window. So that way I thought it was a great way to save space and just leave the pretty flowers the way they are. So I'm going to put in My Sweet Friend on the front. And I'm going to go ahead and do that one in terracotta tile because I thought that way that sentiment will show up. And get all the ink off of that. Let's see. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment here. Now again, I would go ahead and do a test on that. And go ahead and put that on, and then I can build up the rest of my window. It says, My Sweet Friend. Isn't that cute? I just love these cute little sentiments. And I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on this because I wanted my flowers to be able to have a little bit of pop to them. So I think what I'm going to do is have that hanging over the edge like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and find my elusive little pitcher here. It could be a water pitcher. It could be a pitcher full of margaritas. We just don't know.
No.
Is it almost happy hour?
No.
So I'm going to go ahead and put my pitcher down and have it look like it's sitting on the ledge. Isn't that cute? I can move my flower over just a tad. That's what's nice about this is you can easily move this, have it hanging over. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my pots, and I'm going to go ahead and put my flowers on there. So I'm going to go ahead, because when you're traveling in different countries, how you see the pots just sitting on the ground underneath the windowsill. That's kind of what I did here. And of course, I had 2 pots, and now my other pot is gone. All right. Am I having I'm having a Monday. What can I say? Yeah, my pot is gone.
Which one are you looking for?
I had 2 little pots. Remember I showed them to everybody? Well, now they're gone. I don't know where the other one is. Must have fell or something. Who knows? I don't know where it went. All right. This is a new game. Find the pot. See? It's really gone. And of course, did I cut out 2? No. Yeah, see? It really is gone. All right, ladies, did you see it? Did you see where it went to?
I'll lose the flowers too.
Oh, well. How about if I fake it?
Okay.
All right, we're going to go ahead and put my flowers down. I'm going to fake that we have 2 pots. How about floating flowers? Well, I really did. I know I showed you 2 of them. Elaine's over here trying to find it. And they're gone. Ah, she found it. Woohoo! Hats off to Elaine. Give her some hearts.
Woohoo!
Well, you know how it is. I'm just rolling with it.
We got it.
I'm rolling. All right, so let's see. I got my flowers here. I'm going to tuck my, let's not put them on upside down. It really will
no,
be,
no, no,
it
no.
really will be a Monday for me.
I know how you feel, kiddo. I lose things all the time.
Let's see. Let's move this over just a tad. Darn flowers. All right. I'm just not having my day here. All right. There's that flower. Move this pot over. What can I say? And there we go. So there is, well, it had a dimensional on it. I don't know what happened to that.
It's on your finger.
It's on my fingers. Boy, I tell you. At least it's not on my face or something else. What
I
could,
got a couple of those.
you didn't know that tuning in on Monday you would have such entertainment, did you?
I love it.
Never a dull moment. All right. Whew.
Everybody's saying, roll with it, girl. Check the floor.
I'm already worn out. What can I say?
Oh, wore out, huh?
I'm just worn out.
Don't have to be 2 pots. You can put one on top of the other, make it a big pot. They got it all figured out here, girl. These are crafters.
Yeah.
And
now,
says, don't worry about it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
yeah. And I'm just about ready to roll with that one. Now, on the inside, wishing our paths crossed a little more often is the sentiment I'm going to use. Woohoo.
She can't stop laughing. She's having fun.
Well, tune in for my my Mondays. Who knows what's going to happen? At least I wasn't sitting on it.
Oh, are we talking about me here?
I got a dimensional thing on my ink. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get back to focusing on this. I think I'm going to go ahead and use cinnamon cider for my sentiment. I have no idea what my intention was earlier, but this is what I'm going to use.
Cindy, this is Fun Day Monday.
Fun Day Monday. All right, wishing our paths crossed a little bit more often. Whew. I got that down. I tell you. And look, I got a smudge. All right, where did you put your thing? Oh, there it is. Elaine's hiding everything from me. Well, it's a good chance to show our sand eraser. Yes. When you have a little bit of a smudge right there, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that smudge? I know it's there. Just rub that sand eraser over it a little bit, and all it does is just kind of take a little bit of the paper, not much, but it just fades it or takes it away completely. You know, because we're crafters and we always have ink all over our little fingers there, so who knows where it's going to go. So now I'm going to go back to finding my pot.
No way.
And no, not that one. I'm actually going to stamp this one, so I know where to find that one. Find my pot. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. And get my little paper back here just to make sure I test it. There we go. And this one I'm just going to stamp. You don't have to cut this one out. And I'm going to go ahead and use my other flower that I cut out. And that was with a seaside spray. And I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I'm not going to do a pop dot because I want my card to be somewhat flat on the inside. And I'm not having any luck with it. With the dimensionals or the tape runner. Okay. I don't know about you ladies, but I'm tired.
That would be a sign of old age.
All right. I worked hard for that card. What can I say?
Close that ink pad.
Woo! I closed my ink pads. So these are the colors that I use. Let's put them up here. I use cinnamon cider, terracotta tile for the bricks. I use seaside spray for one of my flowers. Old olive for actually stamping these flowers. On this one I use pear pizzazz. I use magenta madness. And I used Highland Heather for my other flowers here. And then I also used, where did my, mango. Oh my God, it's hiding over here. There's Mango Melody. So between those two cards, those are the colors that I used. Aren't those pretty? And I just love the way this bricks look. That makes such a unique card. And stamping those windows, I think, is really pretty nice. It's lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. As you can tell, we had fun today.
Absolutely.
So let me show you the two other cards that I made. You know, I told you I got started and I went, I got to make another card. So I did. And this I used our DSP. And Elaine's going to help me with the name of that one.
For every season.
For every season. And the reason I wanted a floral pattern on the background to make these flowers pop. And here I use Sierra Sand. I use Magenta Madness. And this also has a sentiment, hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And on the inside, you know, no naked cards. I left the not putting another sentiment on the inside because this is something you would send to your mother. So you want to make sure that you say something nice and do a little message for her inside. And then, of course, I stamped it with the flowers. So I thought that was a cute card. And then all I did was layer it. So it made it more of a focal point on the window. And then I got to thinking I could do shells with that one stamp. So I told you we had that one. You could also do as a cutout or a stamp. So I stamped 4 shelves and I put a pot on each one. And then look at this other one. This is actually another stamp it has. It looks like a little bit of a succulent coming out of it. So I put 2 pots there. I actually accented it with some of our rhinestones. And I put a thank you on there. And on the inside, of course, I put another flower in there. And then this one, I actually did it on dimensionals. And this was the terracotta tile. Because I was thinking about those clay pots. And that kind of looks like that terracotta tile. So I thought that was it's a very simple card. All you have to do is stamp it, cut out some flowers, and you are done. And off goes the card to one of your friends and family. So there you go, ladies. There's 3 cards that I made and 4 with the one that I struggled with today. But I got it done. Woohoo! So I hope everybody, let's see, what is everybody saying?
They're saying they love it.
Well, you know me. You know, you tune in Monday, you just never know what's going to happen. I'm always somewhat of an entertainment for me. Things are going to happen.
That's what we're here for.
It's only a big desk, and how could you lose a little piece like that, right?
Right.
All right, ladies, I hope you have a wonderful day. And, let's see, Wednesday's coming up. And you know what? Elaine's not going to probably use this stamp set. She wants to surprise us with something different. So we're going to have to stay tuned Wednesday at 2 o'clock, where Elaine's going to come up with a scrapbook, and who knows what stamp set she's going to work with. It could be something out of the main catalog. It could be something out of our mini catalog. And then on Friday, she's going to... Thursday.
Thursday's Paper Pumpkin Alternative.
Is it already that date?
Yes, the 25th
Oh
will be
my
Thursday.
God. Then Thursday's going to be Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. And did you see that Paper Pumpkin this month?
Oh, I can't hardly wait.
It's got some stencils and a sponge and all sorts of fun things. You know those stencils they threw in as a free gift for us?
I love it.
I thought that was pretty cool.
You don't even need it for the paper pumpkin.
Oh, you don't?
You don't need it to put the paper pumpkin together. But we're gonna have so much.
We're gonna have so much fun. So, boy, Elaine's got her sleeves rolled up, and no telling what she's gonna come up with. And then on Friday, tips and techniques. I think she's gonna come up with something fun for this stamp set. Ooh, I can't wait to see what she's gonna come. I bet she's gonna come up with something really fun and different.
Yep.
Well, we threw it out there. All right. Well, enough entertainment for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.